It's the Great Price Rewind at Spar. You could be one of our lucky instant rewards customers to win your entire shop at a price from 1968. To enter, buy any participating product, like baked beans and tomato sauce, buy 5 for only 60 ml and 3 kg Sunlight hand washing powder for just $74.99. Swipe your new Spar Rewards card and you could be one of thousands of winners in the Great Price Rewind. Only at Spar.
Good evening, dear viewers, and welcome to the News Bulletin at 8, brought to you by number one news provider, Eswatini TV. I am Nundumiso Vilagada alongside Namakabeson Kambule, and here are your top stories. The Kingdom of Eswatini has committed itself to investing more in education by constructing more libraries and laboratories and schools, among other things. The Minister of Health, Lizingosi, says the ministry will assemble a team of orthopedic doctors to deal with the backlog of patients who have bone-related ailments. The African Union humanitarian mission is in the Kingdom of Eswatini to assess the effects of Cyclone Eloise that the country experienced in 2021. The news. The Kingdom of Eswatini has committed itself to investing more in education by constructing more libraries and laboratories and schools, among other things. This commitment has been made by Prime Minister Cleopas Dlamini during the Africa Heads of State Human Capital Summit in Tanzania, where he is representing His Majesty King Mswati III.
Prime Minister Cleopas Dlamini, who is representing His Majesty King Mswati III at the summit, says despite Eswatini allocating the largest share of the national budget to education and health, the Kingdom of Eswatini will continue to invest more in those sectors so the youth can have access to good education and contribute to the economy. The summit is as a result of African states and the World Bank acting on statistics indicating that the African population, more especially the sub-Saharan region, is dominated by the youth, yet there are very few job opportunities. The Premier has informed African heads of state what Eswatini is planning to do to invest more in people and stated that the foundation of all this is good education.
The main thing that we need to do is to invest, improve the quality and the quantity of education. I just mentioned the laboratories, the libraries, the schools, and of course the basics, which is the infrastructure, because infrastructure since 2010, primary education is free. The only thing that is lacking is that it is not compulsory. I think I can say that that's the gap making. Because if it is free, it should make it compulsory. But we are progressing towards making sure that high school is also made free.
The World Bank states that the population in Eswatini is over 1.1 million and 72% of this are young people. The bank also states that over half of the youth is unemployed. It was said at the summit that these young people are an asset to Africa, which needs to be invested in today for states to reap the fruits in the future. For Eswatini TV News, Temgosima Vimbela, Dar es Salaam, Tanzania.
Dear viewers, we apologize for the sound. Minister of Health Lizingosi says the ministry will assemble a team of orthopedic doctors to deal with the backlog of patients who have bone-related ailments. The minister says the backlog is a result of challenges faced by the Ministry of Health, which includes a shortage of medication and personnel. The minister said this when visiting patients awaiting bone-related medical attention at the Mbabane Government Hospital.
Operations at the Mbabane Government Hospital were momentarily brought to a halt when patients admitted for orthopedic-related ailments left their wards to picket at the hospital's main gate, complaining about neglect due to non-availability of medication and personnel, among other complaints. Minister of Health Senator Lizinkosi hastily attended to the patients' concerns by addressing them on what government was doing to alleviate the situation.
Iyathengwa imithi kuyadeliver nje nala esibhedlela. Lokuyaye kusikhiye ngoloko ukuthi ukhanze ukuthi umuthi thide asikhona ivele kuwuthola kulama suppliers. Kodwa emalanga nemalanga siyadeliver kusho lutho kini nini lelihleti la ningaboni lokuthi kukhona lokwenteka kude ilanga lamahala lapha lama suppliers angasibambisi kuko. Sesedama ke manje imitamo lemkhulu kwekuthi sibuke ukuthi ngaba njani ukuthi basibambise sikhone kucala kuleli viki lelitako. Sibuke lawo ma cases lesingawenda. Angisho ukuthi lokhu kutabalula ngoba la ngenhlanye sibuke ukuthi imithi lengenako nalesiyitholako inganani kulala basupply yako. La ngenhlanye sibuke ukuthi labo dokotela lesawukhulumisana nabo batosebenta la eMbabane eRFM nasemankayane ngoba abantu abaningi sebasuke tonke esibhedlela deliver bete la eMbabane ngalo usibabona ngathi kukhona lokukhona. Siltiko siyetama kakhulu. Manje nje ukucolisa vele kwekuthi imithi beyisiphelele sedama kuyiletha nalokuthi lokunibambelele ngiko lokuthi ukhanze ukuthi bodokotela kude bona kunalabo lababili.
About 2 weeks ago, Minister of Health Senator Lizinkosi delivered a report in Parliament outlining that her ministry has since been given the green light to hire more health personnel, including doctors. In the report, the minister also highlighted that the Republic of China, Taiwan, and the Kingdom of Lesotho are helping government to upgrade the medication supply system to track medication from the central medical stores to final destination. Reporting for Eswatini TV News, Mbongwa Dube with Vumingozi Nzinisa in Babane.
The African Union humanitarian mission is in the Kingdom of Eswatini to assess the effects of Cyclone Eloise that the country experienced in 2021. The acting Minister for Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mabulala Masego, says the delegates are expected to visit roads and bridges across the country. Masego was speaking when he was welcoming the AU humanitarian mission at the King Mswati III International Airport.
The acting Minister for Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation has welcomed the African Union Humanitarian Assessment Mission that will look into the devastating effect of Cyclone Eloise. The Kingdom of Eswatini is among 10 countries across the African continent that have been selected to benefit from the African Union's Humanitarian Fund.
Live leMaswati ke lalahlekelwa kakhulu kufaka ekhathe amavela amanye. Siyajabula ke kakhulu ekutheni lelibandla from the African Union likhona lapha litoenda i-assessment nanalo.
Minister Mabulala Masego says the delegation is expected to visit bridges and roads across the country. Masego says the National Disaster Management Agency conducted a rapid assessment to identify the extent of the damage, which showed that a total of 2,768 people were affected. The ambassador of Ethiopia to the African Union and United Nations Commission for Africa, His Excellency Ayele Lire Jijamo, says their visit is to show solidarity to African Union member states.
To show the solidarity of African Union members to the Kingdom of the Eswatini, to the peoples and government of the Eswatini, on the impact that the government and people of Kingdom of Eswatini faced during the cyclone impact in 2021. And that impact had affected, we learned that that impact had affected infrastructure, destruction of the infrastructure, and affected also many thousands of the people.
In response to the damage caused by Tropical Cyclone Eloise, the government of the Kingdom of Eswatini committed a total of 40 million emalangeni to assist in the reconstruction and rehabilitation of damaged and destroyed infrastructure. For Eswatini TV News, Ndomlangeni, Themba Shabangu, King Mswati III International Airport.
The Kingdom of Eswatini, in collaboration with United Nations agencies, is taking stock of what the country has done in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. According to the United Nations Programme Communications, Sibusiso Mngadi, the UN is working with the Ministry of Economic Planning to look at the challenges that ministers face in their quest to achieve the goals. Mngadi was speaking during the Hoho Region SDGs engagement meeting held in Babane.
Most countries, including Eswatini, are preparing for the 2023 SDG Summit, which will be convened in September 2023 during the United Nations General Assembly High-Level Week, marking the midpoint of implementing the 17 SDGs of the 2030 Agenda agreed in 2015. Eswatini government, in collaboration with the United Nations agencies, is currently engaging officers on the ground to take stock of the progress made. The United Nations Programme's communications specialist, Sibusiso Mngadi, says they have visited 3 regions already.
Sitakhumbula kune-COVID-19 kunetimbi kunalokwa nalokwa lokhu affectela ama-SDGs le ngabe nyalo vele sisehafini yokufika kuwo. Kepha-ke baholi bemhlaba na-UN babonile ukuthi kungendeka ukuthi ngeke sifake ligeya lelinye.
Mngadi says there were a number of challenges that hinders the achievement of these goals, such as the COVID-19 pandemic. Mngadi says countries need to work on how they can accelerate these goals, which are an urgent call for action.
Ukuthi ibe khona nema-regional development teams. Ma-regional development teams ndawuthi multi-sectoral ngoba afaka tonke tinhlangothi.
The goals are for achieving a better and more sustainable future for all. They also address global challenges as poverty, inequality, climate change, environmental degradation, and peace and justice. For Eswatini TV News, Ndamlangeni, Themba Shabango, Babane.
The Consumer Forum has welcomed the move by the Central Bank of Eswatini to cut the interest rate by 25 basis points. The president of the Eswatini Consumer Forum, Mandla Njagala, says this will be a relief for consumers. Njagala says local financial institutions should try to simplify this information for their clients.
The governor of the Central Bank of Eswatini announced that the bank has cut the interest rate by 25 basis points, which will see a decrease in different bank installments. The Consumer Forum is quite pleased with this move, as they believe it will bring a bit of relief that eMaswati need. The president of the Consumer Forum, Mandla Njagala, says local financial institutions should take it upon themselves to simplify this information to their clients so they understand how this will affect them.
SimaSwati empeleni sitelo lwati leliphelele sonke nakutawukhulunyiswa ema-issues lafana nema-interest rates. Singacela ukuthi kulawo mabhange nawo onke ama-financial institutions lesinawo la kaNgwane kube khona la kwendako kuma-clients awo like kubafundzisa ukuthi tino letifana nabo-interest rates tisho ukuthini.
Thembinkosi Dube, an economist, says this is a good move in a short run. He says he believes that the central bank did what was necessary.
It's a good move for consumers. We appreciate it's going to reduce the load on loan repayments, which is quite a good thing. And we trust it's going to relieve quite a number of people to be able to breathe in these difficult economic times where we see a rise in inflation rate and everything.
The central bank's monetary policy statement states that the gross domestic product grew by a slower 1.1% year-on-year in the first quarter of 2023, down from a revised growth of 6.7% in the fourth quarter of 2022. For Eswatini TV News, Ndomlangeni, Themba Shabangu, Babane.
eMaswati, who are endowed with various talents, will have the opportunity to share them on the international stage. This was said by Velile Dube, the director of Show Your Talent Eswatini, at the Mountain View Hotel during the launch of the talent search show to be held at the Mbabane Theatre Club on August 12, 2023.
A newly formed organization known as Show Your Talent Eswatini, which focuses on scouting, grooming and exporting local talent to international fora, has obtained a license from Show Your Talent South Africa and Show Your Talent America to work collaboratively in exposing local artists to international markets.
We're here to put together a very strong team of artists. So, for example, I would say that we are going to a World Cup. We are putting together, but this time it's a World Cup or an international space for artists. We're going to have 4 categories. There's going to be dance, there's going to be modeling, there's going to be music, because there's singing and instruments, and then there's going to be dance. So today we are launching this amazing competition, which leads to Talent America.
Velile says the event to select local outstanding artists is open to all, regardless of age. Eswatini National Council of Arts and Culture recently established regional arts centers where Emaswati could hone their artistry to help them earn a living. Reporting for Eswatini TV, Mbongwa Dube, Vumengo Sinzinisa and Sindiswa Zwane in Babane.
In our international news, over 40 people have died in Algeria, Italy and Greece due to the heat wave that is sweeping across some parts of the northern hemisphere and is as a result of climate change. Thousands of people have been evacuated from their places of residence to safety following the brutal heat wave, which reaches the 44 degrees Celsius mark. And from Ghana, members of parliament have voted to abolish the capital punishment. Ghana has more than 170 men and 6 women in the death row, and their sentences will now be reduced to life imprisonment. The last capital punishment in Ghana was carried out in 1993. Dear viewers, now take a look at our financial updates.
Maswati lamahle letemidlalo nitiletselwa yi-ebet. Sivakashele ku ebet.co.za namuhla. ebet, born to win.
Welcome back. You're still watching Eswatini TV, and in our sports roundup, Manzini Wanderers Football Club has become the second club to register over 1 million votes in the ongoing Momo Cup voting system that will end on the 18th of September this year. Wanderers is second behind leaders Pigs Black Swallows.
Manzini Wanderers has become the second club to reach 1 million votes in the ongoing race of the 2023 Momo Cup voting system, where they have a number of 1.1 million votes. They are behind leaders Pigs Black Swallows, who are over 1.6 million votes. Babane Highlanders are third with over 960,000 votes. Babane Swallows are fifth in the race with over 900,000 votes. In total, all the 28 Premier League and National First Division clubs have got close to 9 million votes. The deadline for the voting system will be on the 18th of September this year. Former Sihlangu Semnigati and Kaizer Chiefs goalkeeper William Kulkat Shongwe believes local clubs, being Green Mamba, who will face Songo FC from Mozambique under the CAF Champions League, and Young Buffaloes, who will face South African side Sekhukhune United under the CAF Confederations Cup, have both a chance to proceed to the next stage.
Still feel like Eswatini, if you look at the players that consist of the Green Mamba, and the other team, they've got most players in the national team. So that on its own is added value to the club, because these players have now international experience at international level. So there's a lot of factors that tells the story that there could be possible upset. Everyone has a chance here.
Both teams will play their games next month. Lastly, in our international news, French national team captain Kylian Mbappe continues to be the headline of the transfer window, with some of the European clubs such as Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspur, Inter Milan and FC Barcelona being the latest clubs to show interest in the 24-year-old. This follows the £259 million bid from the Al Ahly club from the Saudi Arabian side. From Eswatini TV Sports, Fabrice Msonera, Mbabane.
That is all we had for tonight, but before we wrap up, we'll take a quick recap of today's headlines. The Kingdom of Eswatini has committed itself to investing more in education by constructing more libraries and laboratories and schools, among other things. The Minister of Health, Lizingosi, says the ministry will assemble a team of orthopedic doctors to deal with the backlog of patients who have bone-related ailments. The African Union humanitarian mission is in the Kingdom of Eswatini to assess the effects of Cyclone Eloise that the country experienced in 2021.
The Sports was proudly brought to you by eBet. Don't hesitate. Visit us today at ebet.co.sz. eBet, born to win.
This brings us to the end of our news bulletin tonight. Up next is the weather forecast for selected towns. Good night, Eswatini.
It's the Great Price Rewind at Spar. You could be one of our lucky instant rewards customers to win your entire shop at a prize from 1968. To enter, buy any participating product like 1.5-litre Coca-Cola regular, buy 4 for 60 ml Angeni, and Spar Long Life Milk 6-pack for $102.99. Swipe your new Spar Rewards card and you could be one of thousands of winners in the Great Price Rewind. Only at Spar.
Eswatini Lifestyle is all about inspiration, drive and swag. Eswatini Lifestyle is informative and fun while covering all aspects of life, be it people, places and trends in the Kingdom of Eswatini. We got you covered. The focus is on the quality of life. Eswatini Lifestyle will spark your interest. Catch Eswatini Lifestyle every Friday at 7:30 p.m. on Eswatini TV, Sibuko Semaswati. Eswatini Lifestyle is all about inspiration, drive and swag. Eswatini Lifestyle is informative and fun while covering all aspects of life, be it people, places and trends in the Kingdom of Eswatini. We got you covered. The focus is on the quality of life. Eswatini Lifestyle will spark your interest. Catch Eswatini Lifestyle every Friday at 7:30 p.m. on Eswatini TV, Sibuko Semaswati.
Is John, he's a man who has a dream, but no one else knows anything about it. And Jane, she also has a dream, but no cash to make it happen anytime soon.
Stand a chance to win $100,000 in cash. Buy any participating product and your dream can come true. Also save on Stork Country Spread 40% fat spread, $39.99. Cross and Blackville mayonnaise, only $34.99, and Lancewood double cream yogurt, now only $36.99. Only at OK, owners you can count on.
And Bandile is another man with a dream.